that maybe all 1,500 people might not know who you are.
Oh, okay.
So that being said, do you want to introduce yourself? We all know you as the godfather of Gears. The reason we're here, I mean, Barbosa's a legend. You want to introduce yourself, your hobbies, your interests, you like long walks on the beach?
I'm officially Captain Barbosa. People say I run Hyphen I kind of like sharing that responsibility with the community, not just like it's all on me. Essentially, I'm the responsible one that will push the money around and figure out where things are going. But once I kind of initialize a task, we got the staff that I hand it out to. So I share the responsibility with the staff. And if anybody's ever interested, if you're a graphic designer, a video editor, a web designer, anything like that, this is community based. Right now, there's no money. People like, yo, Barbosa is like banking right now. That is not every time I do one of these, I actually come out of pocket every time.
Of course. It's a non-profit business model.
Pretty much. It's more like negative.
Negative profit, not even not profit.
But you know what? I'm going to be really cheesy for a second.
Yep.
And where I do profit is this experience. I do Gears because you cannot get this experience watching any other game. Yep. Maybe with the fighting game community, but those moments where they have amazing hype.
Yeah.
They're short-lived. Wow, can you believe that? And everybody's trying to it's got this residual hype. Whereas the tension when guys are around cover in Gears of War, and then when finally something does happen, and the crowd goes nuts, and you still have a round to play out.
And here's the difference: is 4 versus 4 versus 1 versus 1 in a fighting game. And the teamwork, the camaraderie. When you see all 4 members of a team get up and look the other team in the eye, that is my favorite. I don't know about you, but that just gets me so fueled up. And that used to be me back in the day. I will never forget some of my matches and potential fights that almost broke out because that's much passion.
There's so much emotion going on. You get carried away. It happens. One of my favorite things, when it happens and it's appropriate, I love this. But when you're Y buttoning like crazy, you don't just Y button to time the guy out. When you're Y buttoning, that is your chance to preach to the other team how much better you are. And when the players stand up and they're just yelling across while the poor guy's just getting beat up the whole time, take that moment and really just take it. Don't just oh, I'm Y buttoning you. You bet you're pissed.
Here's what I want to say.
No, go for it.
So many times that we always say this is Gears of War. This is different. I think you just did a beautiful job of explaining why Gears is different, what makes it unique. You're putting it to words beautifully. So
I always relate it to the WWE. We know it's not true sport. It's entertainment, and essentially a lot of what the WWE does we can do with Gears because you have time and there is tension and the engagements take a while. Again, it's a 1v1 or a 2v1. Those take time. You have to construct those engagements and then come out of it hopefully alive. Whereas in a fighting game, your opponent's in front of you, you're gonna have to beat them up. But those choices, there's so much to this game that I love, and I wish we could spread it out more. We have an old game now.
Yep.
I don't know how much. True. I don't know how much we can keep this up with this old game. But the future is just so bright,
and that's why we're here. Really,
exactly. This is a call to the future. Yeah. With Black, I'm sure you guys talked about Black Tusk.
Nonstop. Do you want to talk a little bit? A lot of new viewers now. I want to talk a little bit more about Black Tusk.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Black Tusk Studios is in the building, and for those of you who don't know who Black Tusk is, Microsoft Studios acquired the whole Gears of War franchise from Epic Games, which was huge. I got that news one February morning. It was pretty much my alarm clock with Twitter, text, everything was going off. I'm like, guys, what happened? Why is everyone texting me? What just happened? And I wake up and I see the acquisition from Microsoft, and I'm like, well, Winter Brawl is going to blow up, right? So I went from
what happened.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 8 teams. I'm just going to do a regional. Play some Gears. I want to watch and yell at you guys, right? And it wound up being 20 teams, the national poll. I'm like, what?
And the next thing you know, Winter Brawl was great. It was a huge success. We reached out a little bit, but ultimately Black Tusk did a great job reaching out to us. I mean, tell me the last time that a Gears of War developer really supported the game, the future of the game. I have never seen anything like it. I said to Steven Steptoe, who is the current community manager, in the past 2 days, the fact that they sat down with almost every player in this room, asked for feedback, that is almost more than Epic did in 7 years, and nothing. Not to bash Epic by any means.
Not bashing them, and it's a different business model. Are we hopping in here?
I guess we are.
I might have to get you a commentator, or I'll just
join
you until someone shows up.
Yeah, I know, right?